What is up? My name's Brad and this is Operation N64. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, in this series we're trying to build an N64 collection starting off with just £10 by using our charity shops, our car boots, our Facebook marketplace, looking for stuff for cheap that we can sell for a profit to build a game fund to buy N64 bangers. So before we get into this week's video, we'll do the updates to the game fund as we always do. Now, we haven't been as busy on eBay as we were last week, but we still made some sales nonetheless. We sold that Fallout 4 Steelbook for £7.50. We also sold that N64 Trident controller for £5. We had that bad boy free when we picked up Pokemon Stadium. We sold them to the same buyer. We also sold that Maui from Moana, the Disney plush. We sold that for £12. So after fees and everything, that's a grand total of this to add to the game fund for a grand total of this. So looking very good. I'm very happy with where we are. We've got a couple of bits to trade in that we picked up last week. So I'm hoping that will push us over the £200 mark and we can pick up Conker's Bad Fur Day. Now, I've been keeping an eye on the CEX app and there's less and less Conker's Bad Fur Days available. I think there's 4 in stock at the moment. And one of them I'm slightly concerned about was the crappy one they had in Swansea for ages. I feel like that's been returned somewhere else. So if I do end up buying it online, we are risking getting that bad boy. But we'll see how we go. Let's get on with this week's video. Let's go.
What is up, guys? We are back with another week of hunting, and I have to admit, this week has been pretty successful. We found a good amount of stuff. We've been to a few different locations, which is always good. I like to mix it up. We started off the week down in Carmarthen. Me and the wife went down there, hit the charity shops, had a good look about. We did find 1 or 2 bits and pieces. I also wanted to check out their CEX because I knew they had 1 or 2 of the games off of Operation N64 off of the list. But we started off in this, I think it's called Free Books. Massive charity shop, loads and loads of stuff in here. There was a load of games here on the shelf. I did have a little flick through to see if there was anything worth picking up. I think they sold them for £1.50 a game. So yeah, like I said, I did flick through them, see if there was anything, but I just couldn't find anything, which was a shame. I then headed over to the DVD box set section and had a good look through here. Found 1 in here. I did scan a whole bunch of these. There were 1 or 2 that had a little bit of value, but just weren't worth picking up for the price they were charging. But yeah, loads and loads of box sets in here, and I did find 1, which is great. And then a couple of books. In this place you get 3 free books, and then any more after that you have to pay for. So yeah, I picked up a couple of Tintins here. I did see a whole bunch of Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games in this charity shop. Unfortunately, they were all individually priced. I did ask to have a look at a few of them, but yeah, they were priced pretty high. Always check them Wii Fit boxes. It's been a little while since I found a Wii Sports in a Wii Fit box, but I always check every single time because I don't know how many times I have found them, just not for a while. We found this place that's never normally open. It's like like an environment or climate change sort of charity shop, and it was like 5 floors. It was a rickety old building though, but there were like 5 different floors, all sorts of different stuff. We headed to the toy section, have a look around here, the like kids and baby section. I did see this a baby carrier, and I've been watching a ton of Masters of Pieces, watching him so much, and he is always saying to look out for these. If you find a decent make, they can fetch a nice little wedge. This one here I tried to find online, I just couldn't find the exact same design. The ones in Baba that I did find weren't worth that much, and this one was a bit grubby. I didn't know if I'd be able to bring it back to life. Just showing you this, their odd pricing. they don't price things in pounds, they price things in trees. So it says 5 trees on here, which is £1. So for every pound they earn, they can plant 5 trees, I believe it was. Yeah, odd way to price things, very different, but kind of cool, I suppose. On the top floor was all the DVDs and like vinyls and multimedia and all that sort of thing. I found this box set here, Earth 2, never heard of it, some older sci-fi series. Definitely worth keeping your eye out for this one. And then on my way downstairs, I fell down the stairs. What a plum. Another charity shop here, a couple of games, all your FIFAs and your regulars here. And then I did spy another sci-fi box set, this Tripods. This is from I think it's from 84. So guys, I'm just about to take all this stuff we had for free last week, take this in for trade. Hopefully that will take us over the £200 mark and we can pick up Honker's Bad Fur Day. And of course, while we're out there, we'll do some hunting. So let's go. So yeah, after heading into CX to trade all that stuff in, ended up getting, I think, £12.70 for it. I decided to hit these charity shops. They priced their games up in here a little bit. There wasn't really anything worth picking up. But I always check. You've got to always check the games. Games is like the first place I go. Games, then DVDs. Then I head over to the toys and like electronics. And then I might peek at the clothes. But clothes and that sort of thing is something I'm still really learning and trying to get into. So yeah, I want to try and focus a bit more on that sort of thing, because you can do pretty well selling like clothes and shoes and that. I did spy this pretty cool box set here. It's the Dark Knight trilogy. It's kind of like a limited edition box set. I thought it was really cool. It wasn't worth picking up. I think they had it for £5. It's worth £5, but I just never seen it before. It had this cool little like art book with it, so I thought it was awesome. I recommended it to my brother. So I might head back if it's still there and pick it up for him if he wants it. And then this charity shop is renowned for pricing stuff up. Does tend to price things pretty high, sort of looks things up and does this research. Just you can't fault them for, I suppose. A little flip through the games again, but it was the same sort of games that have been here last time I came in. Box of games on the floor here. A couple of PS1 games, some Dance UK, I think it was called. £1 each these games are, and I thought it was worth picking them up, even just for the cases, because the PS1 cases tend to be pretty damaged when you do find them. So I thought I'd pick them up just for the cases. I might look them up, see if they're worth anything to sell on their own. But yeah, just pick them up for the cases really. And then also that Sonic Heroes on the PC. Again, PC games, something I never really looked at before. It's definitely something I'm going to look at now. Having sold a couple or traded a couple into CEX recently, it's definitely something I shouldn't overlook, because PC games are always in charity shops. And then in the same place, there was a couple of sealed board games. 'Tis the season for board games, and especially sealed ones. Had to pick them up. They were a little bit priced above what I'd not normally like to pay, but because they were sealed, I felt like they might shift pretty quickly. And then I saw this Spyro plushie. I paid up a little bit for this as well, but I thought maybe stocking filler this time of year, it might sell. We'll try our luck with it. And then we did find a couple of games in town. We found this GTA 5 and also a Forza 6 for the Xbox One. £3 each, on the higher end, but definitely still worth picking up. Had a decent little bit of trading value. A few VHS in this charity shop as well. I had a little peek, and one definitely caught my eye. This Suspiria. Never heard of it, but I had a little quick look up, and it was worth picking up for £1. And then a Goosebumps book. I haven't picked up a Goosebumps in ages. I'm kind of not at the minute actively looking for them, but because all of mine are packed away, and I don't know which ones I got, and I don't want to keep doubling up on them. On my way home, I stopped at a couple of locals, and they had a few games that they didn't have the other day, which is fantastic. And I ended up picking up 2 of them. This Wii U in Disney Infinity, I couldn't really find anything on it. They don't really sell it. The game only in CX. And then I went to the last charity shop just before I headed home, and they had a few PS3 games in here. And as I was looking through these, she actually brought out a whole load more. So I ended up walking out with a decent little bundle. Take a look when we get back to the games room.
And we are back in the game space, and my god, it's cold. The weather has most definitely taken a turn. You can see my breath. You see that? That's how cold it is. I got an electric heater blowing hot air at me. It's kind of doing nothing at the moment. But the sooner I get this games room done, the better. I have been cracking on with it. Things have moved forward since the game room update. If you guys haven't checked that video out, I'll stick a link for it in the description. Yeah, it's definitely moved on from there, which is fantastic. Now, in terms of hunting this week, we've had a cracking week, man. We picked up a ton of stuff to sell, stuff to trade. Plus, we picked up a pretty big hitter from CX. I think you guys already know what that is, but we will get into that shortly. So we spent a total of £32.50 that we can deduct from the game fund. It's probably one of my biggest hunts, biggest spends in terms of hunting, but there's a load of good stuff here, so we'll get straight into it. So the first place we went this week was Carmarthen. I went down there with the missus, hit the charity shops, popped into CX, got semi-tempted to pick up a Donkey Kong 64 from there, but the damage on it, on the front cover, it put me off. It was complete with expansion pack, but the damage on the front was just too far gone for me, so I didn't bother, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, having picked up this big boy right here. But anyway, I always go off on one. Anyway, let's get back to it. Right, the first thing I picked up is this Jimi Hendrix The Uncut Story box set, and I paid £2 for it. It trades in for a £5 at CX. They sell it for a tenner, but they have none in stock, so I might try this on eBay first. If not, it's a nice £5 trade-in. Not quite tripling my money, but still, it's okay. And the same place I got that box set from, they do 3 free books, and then anything after that you have to pay for. So I picked up a couple of these graphic novels, and they are Tintin. This is 3 complete adventures in 1 volume, Tintin. Yeah, like I said, these were free, and these sell for maybe about 10 to 15 on eBay. This one anyway, so I'll stick it on eBay for maybe a tenner. And the other one is another Tintin. This one not as desirable, doesn't sell as well or for as much, but it was free, so I thought I'd pick it up. And then another box set here, never heard of this. I paid £2 for it. It is The Tripods. It's an old BBC show. I think it's from like the 80s, yeah, 84. First broadcast in 1984. Post-apocalyptic adventure. The Tripods remains one of the UK's best loved science fiction series. Well, I've never heard of it. If you guys have, let me know in the comments if it's any good. This bad boy trades in for £7, and I think they sell it for about 15. Yeah, so keep an eye out for this. And the last thing we picked up in Carmarthen was another box set, another science fiction series, and that is Earth 2. I'd never heard of it. Looks kind of cool. If you guys again have seen this, let me know in the comments below. But again, this trades in for £7 and they sell it for like 15. So keep your eyes out for this. And that's everything we picked up in Carmarthen. Then I headed into town for the day and I found a bunch of stuff. Now the first thing I found is nothing exciting, but I'm looking at these more and more now. And it is a PC game. It is Sonic Heroes. It's in really good condition, complete with the manual, both discs. Now, when you scan it with the CEX app, it only trades in for £1. They sell it for £4. But when I looked on eBay, it's like consistently selling for like a tenner. So I thought I'd pick it up, try my luck for £1. It's not much of an investment. I can get my money back at CEX anyway. But yeah, hopefully a tenner or somewhere near that. So the next thing I picked up was a couple of board games. Sealed brand new board games. Now this is the season for board games. People are staying at home playing them. It's Christmas. Doesn't everyone play board games at Christmas? So they're selling pretty well on eBay at the moment. So the first one I picked up is this Family Fortunes. Like I said, brand new and sealed. Paid £3 for it. A little bit more than I'd like to, but I feel like it's going to be a quick sale, quick return. 10 to 15 possibly. And the next one is my favourite board game of all time. It is Cluedo. I paid £4 for this one, a little bit more. And it doesn't sell for as much. It is brand new and sealed. Who doesn't love Cluedo, man? I absolutely love this game. Colonel Mustard did it in the dining room with the candlestick. Come on. I love this game, yeah. So maybe somewhere more like 10 to 12, maybe 15 I can push it. But I feel like it will sell pretty quickly. And then we picked up some games, some decent games at that. A couple of Xbox One games here. Now I paid £3 a piece for these, which again is a little more than I like, but it was kind of worth it because the return's pretty good. Now the first one is Grand Theft Auto 5 for the Xbox One. Paid £3 for it, like I said, but this thing trades in for I think £8. So yeah, not too bad at all. And the next one is this Forza 6. Again £3, but I think it trades in for £6. So I'm doubling my money on that one. Yeah, not too bad at all. And then in the same charity shop, they had some VHS in there, so I went over to have a look. And then one caught my eye. I'd never heard of it. Apparently it has a bit of a cult following. I did do a little bit of research on it. And they did make a remake of it, I think in like 2018. And that is Suspiria. I think that's how you say it. Now this looks mad crazy. This is from like 1977. Yeah, it's like a psychological horror, I believe. I will stick the trailer up for you now.
Roses are red, violets are blue, but the iris is the flower that will mean the end of it.
You can run from Suspiria. You can hide from Suspiria.
So yeah, this thing's selling from like £10 plus. I think the original like cover art sells for a bit more. This one, yeah, about a tenner I think. But for £1 spend, I thought it was worth picking up. Hopefully it sells pretty quick. And then the last find in town was this Spyro plushie. I paid £3 for this. Again, I feel like I paid up a little bit for this. It sells anywhere from like 8 to 10 quid, I think. Maybe a little bit more if you're lucky. But I thought maybe Christmas time, stocking filler. It's game related. It's kind of cool. Half tempted to keep it. But yeah, hopefully I could sell this from like 8 to 10 quid, which I will take any day. I then stopped at a charity shop just round the corner on my way home. And I must have timed it perfectly because there was a few games on the shelf. And as I was looking at them, she brought out some more. The only problem with this place is there's no signal on your phone. So whenever you scan, it just doesn't work. You can't scan anything, which is a shame. So a lot of this was guesswork. And I think out of the 8 games I picked up, I think I made 3 fails. 3 fails, I think, out of the 8. Which isn't too bad, I suppose. And they're only £1 a game. So we'll definitely get our money back anyway. Let's go through it. Now the first one is Sonic Generations. They give you £6 trading for it. They sell it for a tenner. Yeah, straight away knew this one was worth picking up. The next one is Lego Star Wars, the complete saga. They give you £3 trading, I believe, for this. Again, the Lego games do have a bit of trade in there. So yeah, I didn't think it was too much of a risk picking this one up. Another Lego one here, and it is Lego Batman, the video game. Again, I think it's about £3 or somewhere around there. I'm not too sure. I'll stick up the prices right here. And the next one is Minecraft, the PlayStation 3 edition. Again, I think they give you like £6 trading for this. Yeah, so keep an eye out for this. Another Lego game here, and that is Lego Lord of the Rings. Again, I think about £3 trading. And the first fail is Avatar, the game. Now, I thought it would have a bit more value than it does, but it's kind of worth nothing. Probably has something to do with the new game they just brought out. But I might keep this for the collection. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it looks like it's a decent game, man. Let me know in the comments below if you played it. But yeah, unfortunately, no real value in this. The next one is Spectros for the DS. And the next one is Spectrobes for the DS. Now, again, like I said, I couldn't scan anything, so I couldn't really check it. I think it sells for about £5 on eBay. I think they only give you like 80p maybe in trading. Now, the nice thing about this is it comes with these like these little cards, so everything's in there. So I'll probably stick it on eBay, you know, for a £5 or something. So someone might want to buy it because it is complete with these cards. Kind of cool. But yeah, unfortunately not as worth as much as I originally thought. The cover art kind of tempted me, but yeah, unfortunately not. And the last one is this Forza Motorsport 3. Both discs are in there, I believe. Yeah, both discs are in there, but again, it's not worth a great deal. And I did pop to another charity shop that's literally around the corner. I tend to just try and hit everywhere. If I'm out hunting, I'm going everywhere. And they had a few games in there. Unfortunately, a couple of them didn't have any discs in the cases, but I picked up two here. The first one is the Golf Club Collector's Edition. Paid £1 for it. I think it trades in for £4. And then Fallout 3. This trades in for £6, I think. £6 or £8. I'll stick it up in the corner. Yeah, both discs are there. It is complete. It's in pretty good condition. Yeah, I think £6 to £8 trading right there. So yeah, there's a nice bit of trading right here. Not too bad at all. And a few bits and pieces to try and sell on eBay. So all in all, a pretty fantastic week in terms of hunting. So let's get into the CEX pickup. Now this bad boy cost me £203, just about. So we can deduct that from the CEX fund. That's wiped us out. But yeah, I am slightly concerned about this. Like I said at the beginning of the video, there was only a few left in stock. And one of them, I think, is going to be that crappy one that they had in Swansea, just doing the rounds. So yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about it. I really, really hope that it's good enough and we can hold on to it. But yeah, having said that, let's get into it. Right, it's always a good sign when the pull tag comes off in one. I don't know why. Superstition, maybe. Let's see. Is that a good sign? Is that a good sign? Let's have a look. Okay, it's packaged pretty well. A nice good amount of packaging. Feels kind of heavy, but can you always tell when it's got the packaging on? Oh, please, man. Please. I'd love to chalk this off the list. Being the most expensive game, I didn't want to be struggling to find it at the end of the series. I wanted to get rid of it now. Get it off the list now. And the colours look good. Nah, man. Kind of smells, man. I don't know. Here it is, guys. The front don't look too bad, but the corners, there's a bit of a tear there. It's all scrunched in at the top there. Some more tears here. No, man, I don't know. Do you know what it is? Do you know why? Like, any other time, I'd probably be like, nope, it's going back. But it's like, such a big hitter to get off the list. Am I just, man, I don't know. Oh, come on, let's have a look inside. It definitely feels complete, which is a bonus, I suppose. But this box is, it just fell off, man. This just fell off. It's going back. It's a shame. It is complete. The manual there, which is in really good nick, man. The manual was in fantastic condition. This thing, I'm gutted, man. Especially that just fell off, like. I'm gutted. Cartridge. Oh, man. Yeah, that's going back. That literally just fell off in my hand. You guys saw it. Just fell off. Still got it. Nah, you're going back, mate. You're going back. Sorry. Gutted, though, I have to admit. Gutted. Gutted. Just need a moment. Just need a moment. Just a moment. Gutted, man. So yeah, guys, that's pretty anticlimactic. I'm really gutted about that. That thing is just not good enough, nowhere near. Especially for a £200 price tag. I'm not having it. That thing's going back. I'm a little bit gutted because I wanted to knock that off the list. I suppose the silver lining is we still have that money in the fund once we take this back. But yeah, really gutted of that. We'll have to go again. I might take a road trip and go pick it up from somewhere, one of the other stores. I'm not too sure. So yeah, guys, having pulled myself together now. A little bit gutted with that. Pretty happy with everything else, so silver linings. I'm happy with everything else. Fantastic hunt this week. Gonna get listing a load of stuff this weekend as it's the 70% off weekend. So yeah, get selling. And I think I'm gonna pick up a game with the game fund. Maybe look on eBay for one of these other titles, or maybe one further down the list, just because that's annoying me. And I want to get a game and I want to tick one off the list. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. Now, as always, guys, if you're enjoying this series, let me know by smashing that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, be rad, stay rad. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.